Is there a credibility gap? Organisations are going through a tough time right now. There's lots of cost cutting and people can't predict the future. There's so much uncertainty. And whilst we know the value of learning and everybody should embrace learning, in a lot of organisations the reality is that L&D is seen as a discretionary spend. Hence, it's the first target for cost cutting. But it's not all doom and gloom. During the last financial crisis, there was a lot that was done to build the credibility of L&D, but there's still more that can be done. It's often said that L&D doesn't do enough to measure a market, and when it does happen, it's often not done with commerciality in mind, and hence why there's sometimes those tensions that L&D hasn't got that place at the top table and is usually the last to be consulted when there are important things going on within the organisation. Gail Tong on National Underwear Day posted, "It's time to put your big pants on and get out of your comfort zone." It's probably no surprise that's one of our favourite mantras, and it's one that I think is now time to embrace right now. So whilst your budgets might have been slashed, hopefully you're still in post and you can do something. If you're not in post, there may be some thinking that we'll share with you that will help you through your interview process. Remember, as and when people rise through the ranks and they get to the top, being at the top can be quite isolating. Couple that with the fact that when pressure is on, people naturally become very protective of their own situations. So it's natural there can start to be an echo chamber. And when there's an echo chamber, what happens is decisions are made, and sometimes they're made without the challenge and balance. So here's an opportunity to do something with this, and in order to do that we need to start thinking differently. We need to start thinking with an entrepreneurial spirit. So it's time now for the emergence of the learning entrepreneur. And here are 4 questions which we hope will help you become that person that your organisation needs, the learning entrepreneur. Question number 1. Learning doesn't need to stop just because there's no budget. So what are you going to do now, right now, to help plug that gap? Question number 2. How will you anticipate what needs to happen as far as learning is concerned in preparation for as and when there is budget available? Question number 3. How can you start influencing that all-important learning agenda at the senior level, ready to make those changes as and when confidence grows? And question number 4, who do you need to start working with to demonstrate your own value and the credibility of learning so that you can start earning to get that place at the top table? So there you go. It's time to make a difference, and it's time to make a difference by being a learning entrepreneur.